After their escape from Minos' single survivor escape rooms, Zoe and Ben resolve to confront the enigmatic organization after they discover coordinates to their NYC headquarters in Minos' emblem. In the meantime, Zoe's therapist encourages her to move on and try to ride a plane so she can overcome her intense phobia of flying, but she chooses to drive with Ben instead. The two come upon the headquarters in a state of disarray and are approached by a vagabond who snatches Zoe's necklace. She and Ben are pursued and are led straight onto a train car where they ultimately become trapped. Following this, the train car rapidly detaches itself from the rest of the train and is rerouted to another station in the distance. Zoe, Ben, and their other passengers, Brianna, Rachel, Nathan, and Theo, quickly become trapped inside the train. Minos then reveals themselves to be pulling the strings once again as the train electrifies, transforming it into another daunting escape room. The others have been a part of these escape rooms and survived the horrific ordeal, Zoe and Ben learn. As the train becomes more electric, the group discover they need to collect subway tokens to get out. Tragically, in the process, Theo is killed, but the others are luckily able to flee. As the group relaxes, Nathan discloses that his escape room group was made up entirely of priests, but on the other hand, Brianna's group was made up entirely of social media personalities. Additionally, Rachel's party was made up of people who are unable to experience pain. The survivors proceed to the next room, which happens to be a bank with a vault that is progressively closing, paired with a lethal laser security system. Following this, Nathan starts to have a faith crisis while deciphering a complicated route to avoid the lasers and knocks himself out, unleashing the lasers. The group is successful in determining the route and escaping along with Nathan. Zoe is baffled by the frequent references to someone by the name of Sonia, who appears to have no relation to the group. The following level is a beach with a hut, lighthouse, and more Sonia references. The beach is rapidly covered in quicksand as the group begins to solve challenges. Nathan decides to give up his life so he can save Rachel, ultimately becoming suffocated by the quicksand. While Zoe tries to solve the room's riddle, she discovers a different way out of the chamber. Just at the same time, Brianna unlocks the room's intended exit. Once this happens, the gang has a big disagreement, with Rachel and Ben siding with Zoe. At the end of their disagreement, Brianna takes the main exit, while Rachel and Ben make their way through the quicksand to the alternate exit. Ben slides into the quicksand and appears to perish immediately. Zoe and Rachel are heartbroken about the deaths of their friends and vow to bring Minos down. The pair escape into the city through a manhole, but they immediately realize they're still in the game when they run across a frantic Brianna, who informs them that acid rain is being sprayed into the chamber on a regular basis. The group solves the room's challenge and unlocks a cab to flee, but the cab locks Rachel and Brianna out whenever Zoe arrives. Ultimately, Rachel and Brianna are killed by the acid rain, while Zoe falls into the next room. A diary from the mysterious Sonia reveals the rooms are all based on one great day she had with her mother in the next room, which happens to be a children's bedroom. Amanda, who is Sonia's mother, is shown to have survived her fall in the single survivor game and was forced to make way for Minos after they kidnapped Sonia. Amanda enters the room and begs Zoe to take over as Minos' next puzzle builder. Ben, who is locked inside of a cage, also appears in the chamber. Zoe is very adamant that she will not be working for Minos. Following this, Ben's cage fills up with water quickly, but Zoe and Amanda work together to get him out. The group cause a fire in the escape chamber. However, they manage to escape the institution by managing to break out. The group then inform the police, who recover Rachel, Brianna, Nathan, and Theo's bodies, and the news about Minos is made public. An FBI agent retrieves Zoe's necklace and promises her that Minos will be arrested thanks to Amanda's witness statement. Zoe then decides to fly home with Ben, overjoyed and confident that they have escaped this insane ordeal. However, she quickly begins to suspect that this is a setup coordinated by Minos while on the plane. As another escape room on the plane begins, gas is sprayed into the plane, and the game master laughs at Zoe for falling into yet another trap. The possibility for a third film is very likely. The second escape room ends on a cliffhanger, teasing Minos' return in Escape Room 3. Here's all we know about the plot, characters, and potential release date for the third installment of this puzzle-driven horror franchise so far. Escape Room 3 has even yet to be announced, so there really is no telling when the release date will be. However, Escape Room Tournament of Champions was set to air about 16 months following the first movie before being postponed due to COVID-19. So if we see Escape Room 3 is approved soon, it could even start filming this year, with a potential release date in the second half of 2022. If we are lucky enough to get a third film in the series, here are some of the cast members you can expect to return. Brianna, Nathan, Rachel, and Theo, the four 4 new players Zoe and Ben encounter at the final end of the Minos Escape Rooms Part 2 all lose their lives in varying gruesome ways by the traps, or have they? Ann Woll's return as Amanda, which was a surprise to everyone, she had apparently died in the first escape room film, underscores that any death in the film that passes unnoticed may not have even happened. Due to the fact that the escape room films are rated PG-13, the deaths are not very graphic at all, and several leave open the possibility of a third movie. Logan Miller and Taylor Russell are set to continue their roles as Zoe and Ben in Escape Room 3, thanks to the ending of Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Woll's character happens to still be alive, and apparently is working with Minos, who had kidnapped her daughter in the past. It has been shown that the quicksand trap isn't always deadly. Thomas Cockerell, who plays Nathan, could perhaps return as well. While Brianna and Rachel appeared to be melted by the acid rain trap, this could have been a Minos deception. Amanda's comeback has basically opened the door for practically any of the cast members to return in a future sequel. So, what could this third escape room entail? Just as it appears that Zoe and Ben have overcome the evil Minos by revealing evidence and proof of their murderous escape room experience, it is revealed that they have once again been duped by Minos. While they were in the police station, the news stories they watched were both staged by Minos to make them believe they'd won, and when they boarded the aircraft to return to Chicago, the plane was discovered to have been rigged by Minos as well. The plane begins to fall, ultimately about to crash in the final moments of Escape Room Tournament of Champions, tying it to the ending of the first film, which revealed Minos developers fine-tuning their aeroplane trap. Right now, we can only speculate what the synopsis will be, but we expect the plot of the third film is set up to continue Ben and Zoe's attempts to escape their impending death and defeat Minos once and for all, but the traps themselves are set up to be increasingly crazier and more insane. The idea that anything could be disguised in these escape rooms, even a subway train, this whole concept was further introduced in Tournament of Champions, implying that Escape Room 3's sets and puzzles could be considerably more elaborate and sophisticated than those in the first 2 films. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Escape Room Tournament of Champions, along with other details about how the sequel was perceived and if there will be a third film. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Did you watch the second installment of Escape Room? What did you think? Was the first better? Let us know. But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.